right, well, we've made it through day number 1 of hashtag stay home learning. I hope you guys had a great day today. What I've noticed when I am working, at my own pace or from home or whatever, I feel like I get way more work done in a shorter amount of time because it seems like I don't have to, wait for other people to give it to me. I can just have it and I can go with it. But just depending on who you are, obviously you work at a different pace. It's definitely nice to sit in more comfortable seats in order to do work. Obviously, a couch and a bed is a lot more comfortable to sit than at a desk or in a chair pulled up to a table. But it definitely, we're missing out by not being able to see each other. But we get to do that a little bit later today on Google Meet, or as you found out in the app catalog, it is not called Google Meet. It is called Hangout Meet by Google, which is a long name. So let's just call it Google Meet. So we'll get to see each other at 11 o'clock this morning and 1 p.m. this afternoon, depending on what time you signed up for. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you go to that email and fill out the form and sign up for one of those times. But let's go ahead and get started. It's Tuesday, March 24th. The random fact of the day is Taco Cat is Taco Cat spelled backwards. Taco Cat is Taco Cat spelled backwards. So, and that is from Ryan A. So thank you, Ryan, for sharing that. Hopefully that benefits someone out there. All right. So, opening thoughts, life map. I've had several emails asking about it. The date for it being due is to be determined. We don't have a date anymore. It used to be April 20th. It is no longer April 20th because we don't even know where we'll be April 20th. So it is required, so make sure you're doing that. It is for a grade, maybe not all of it, but there'll be parts of it that are for a grade. So make sure that you're working on that to get it finished. If you have any questions on a certain part or on any of it, go ahead and email me and I will respond to you as quickly as I can with as many details as I can give you, all right? The comparison assignment rolled out this morning. So hopefully you've had a chance to look through that, or if you haven't, you can look through it after you watch this video. Read through it, read through what's required of you, read through the things that you need to read and do so that when you show up to the Google Meet today, either at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m., you can ask any questions that you have about that particular assignment, all right? So again, we'll be meeting today, 11 and 1, so make sure that you have downloaded that app and that you're ready to go. What will happen is this: as it gets closer to 11 o'clock and as it gets closer to 1 o'clock, I will send out an email to those people who have signed up for that particular time. So if you signed up for the 11 o'clock time, I don't know, probably 10:30, 10:45, I'll send out an email that has a link on it for the meeting. You can go ahead and click that link and join the meeting. And we'll get started. 1 o'clock the same way, probably about 30 to 15 minutes before. I'll go ahead and send an email out. I'll have a link. Click the link, join the meeting, and we'll show up. And we'll at least be able to see some faces other than the faces of our immediate family members, which will be a little bit different, maybe nice for some, but it'll be nice to be able to see each other. All right, so our assignment for today is another poem entitled If by Rudyard Kipling. This poem can be found in Schoology in the Grading Period 5 folder. There's a poetry folder in there. Once you get in there, you'll also notice, if you haven't already, that I rearranged some things. So all the poetry assignments will be in a folder titled Poetry Assignments, and all of these instructional videos will be in a folder titled hashtag Stay Home Videos. So you can access any of those right there, okay? So here we go. Let me read If, and then we'll get to what you need to do in order to complete the assignment for this poem. If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So what you need to do is look to the right-hand column of the poem, and there are, it looks like 5 questions. So I'm going to go ahead and read those 5 questions. You'll need to answer those questions and turn it in for your assignment. So the first one, consider the line, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. Do you think it's important to allow people to doubt you or to doubt yourself? Explain your answer. Number 2, the speaker says it's important to not make your dreams your master. What does he mean by this? Do you agree or disagree? Explain your answer. Number 3, in the context of this poem, what does it mean to be grown up? Cite evidence from this text, your own experience, and other literature, art, or history in your answer. Number 4, this poem is told from the perspective of a father speaking to his son. In the context of this poem, what is the meaning of fatherhood? Cite evidence from this text, your own experience, and other literature, art, or history in your answer. And then number 5, according to the speaker in this poem, what does it mean to be brave? Cite evidence from this text, your own experience, and other literature, art, or history in your answer. Okay, so what you need to do, make sure you reread If by Rudyard Kipling. I read it to you, but reread it so that you can get as much detail and perspective from this poem as possible. Then on a blank Google Doc, answer the 6 questions. I'm sorry, it says 6, it's 5. 5 questions on the right column of the poem. So answer the 5 questions on the right. For whatever reason, we'll just blame it on 12, 13 days worth of self-quarantine, not being able to go outside. We'll blame it on that. It's got to be that. So 5 questions on the right column of the poem, not 6. And then once you complete those, submit the document to the assignment on Schoology. So you're going to complete those 6. Make sure that you're writing in complete sentences. Make sure you have complete thoughts. Make sure you have strong answers, not just 1 or 2 sentence answers, but strong answers for each of those 5 questions. And then submit that assignment on Schoology. Then submit a video on Flipgrid sharing 2 of the answers you wrote. So you don't have to share all 6. Sorry, see, look at that. You don't have to share all 5. Share 2 of the answers that you wrote. And that Flipgrid code is right there, flipgrid.com/F83EDFC2. Okay, for those of you who were struggling with how to access that, if you open up Flipgrid, you can just type in the code F83EDFC2 in order to record your video. Remember, you're recording 2 of the answers that you wrote. And that's going to be due not today, but it'll be due Wednesday, March 25th. So that's tomorrow. Make sure that you submit those. It shouldn't take that long. This should be a short assignment for you to be able to do. But think through it. Make sure when you submit those videos, you're also responding to the videos of others. So once you submit it, go back to Flipgrid, view some other videos, and respond and reply to those as well. Okay, so Life Map, like we said, to be determined. Make sure you're working on it. The due date will release later. Comparison assignment, it's going to be due April 3rd, but we'll talk more about that when we have the Google Meet today. And then I don't know why it says tomorrow. We are going to meet on Thursday, March 26th. Okay, we're going to meet Thursday, March 26th. Disregard the tomorrow up there. Thursday, March 26th. We're meeting today, 11 and 1. And then Wednesday, we're not going to meet on Google Meet, but Thursday we will. I'll send out another form tomorrow in order for you to sign up for a time slot, either 11 or 1. Okay, so hopefully all this information is helpful. Hopefully you are able to complete your life map, that you have had any questions you've needed answered by me. But if you have any questions, please email me or ask them today on the Google Meet or Thursday on the Google Meet. Make sure you're doing those assignments, but ultimately make sure that you are being safe, that you're being sane, and that you are being sensational. I look forward to seeing you later.